The Mabinogion is a series of 11 tales that were written down about 700 years ago, although they were told through the oral tradition for centuries before that. The characters in the Mabinogion are really the old Celtic gods, but by the time they were written down, the characters had become the Welsh, the Irish, the Scots and the Bretons. So the Mabinogion is particularly important to this part of Wales because one of the characters, who's called the King of Britain, Bendigeidfran, actually sat here on what's called the Rock of Harlech, and he looked out over here to Ireland, over the seas, and he saw the 13 boats coming over from Ireland. So the Mabinogion really has its heart in this part of Wales. So here we felt there was a perfect opportunity to allow the local community to really embrace the castle and to take ownership of it and to tell one of their stories in what has become one of their buildings.
The history is really exciting to have and everything, and it is a lot more lively than people think, because now in our Welsh lessons as well I do get more into it because I know more about it and everything, and there's so many different eras to it and everything as well, and some of them are, yeah, part true, part not, but still it is nice to know them and everything and know that people still enjoy them and things.
What we wanted to do is to reach as many young people as we possibly could within a 30-mile radius of Harlech. So we approached the 6 secondary schools in the area and invited them to use the Mabinogion as a springboard to tell an exciting and new version of the tale, but also through as many different media as we could possibly draw upon. For example, one of the stories is about Efnisien, who comes in and he tortures the horses of the Irish king. And what he does is he cuts off the ears and he tears out the eyelashes and cuts off the tails of the horses. And one particular group of children actually wanted to explore this notion of torture through sound projections and through sound installations.
We managed to create, I think, a world within the castle walls that was completely different to the one outside it. The moment people walked through the doors into the castle, they were in the Mabinogion.
So for 9 months, this whole region was absolutely buzzing with circus performers, with storytellers, with artists, with fight directors, with film animators who were going in and working and energising the young people to look at the Mabinogion in a new way. And then to bring all those artists and all those children together here in one place in order to sort of, if you imagine the whole of the Mabinogion like a patchwork quilt. And what we did was we came into the castle and we spent a week then stitching all those individual coloured squares together to form a great piece, a sort of phantasmagoria of the Mabinogion.
To myself, it gave me a lot more confidence being around other people, because before I was so afraid to go up on stage on my own. I just felt like if people would laugh at me and stuff, but doing this now, it's made me more confident. Felt like magic.
To me, it's a Welsh castle because the Welsh took it from the English, they took it back. It was a symbol of oppression in a sense because that's how everybody else feels about it, and that's sort of, it just gets ingrained in you. But when you do something there that's so Welshly empowering, it becomes more Welsh like I thought it was originally.
I think definitely after the Mabinogion has been performed there, I think it's definitely brought it back into the Welsh region. It's not more English now. People know it as a Welsh castle, not as an English, because the Mabinogion has been performed there, and that is a true Welsh story.
For Theatr Harlech, the most important part of this project was being able to engage young people in a story that was very, very important to them. In the next 3 years, we're going to be working with different parts of the community. We'll work with the primary school children, we'll work with the community choirs, with the community theatre companies, with the local residential homes, to try and get everybody engaged with the storytelling of great Welsh stories in this great Welsh building.
You did feel like part of the Mabinogion on that night, and it really did help the setting and really helped you get into and get involved with it and everything, and I still feel like part of it anyway. When someone brings it up, I know that I've been in it and stuff. and being in front of all those people and all of them cheering at us and encouraging us and pushing us on to do it and helping us get through it. Even if we made a mistake or something, they carry on helping us. It really has helped my self-confidence and stuff with people. I can just walk up to someone and start talking to them and not feel afraid.
It really gave you a sense of community spirit with like this new little group of people come together and done a big performance, and at the same time you were on such a high.
We've had contact with the kids afterwards and we've seen how much they enjoyed it and how much they got out of the experience, and it was worth every moment we put into it because of that, because they went back to school and they talked about it for 3 days non-stop. One of them was saying that they went into their Welsh lesson and they just talked about the Mabinogion project and they told everybody who hadn't been involved in it about it, and that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to bring it to life, and because of that I feel like it's just been so successful and so worth it.
A highlight of this whole Mabinogion thing was socialising with all the other schools, because when you're all like at least 4 different schools, you're meeting so many different new people and you're mixing with them and everything. You only get positive reactions out of it all, but nonetheless, that was definitely a highlight of it.
Welsh has a very diverse and deep cultural history that the people here are very passionate about, and I don't think that passion is something that should be lost. It brought together a new sense of community spirit, which was sort of emulating back through the past where these stories had actually taken place, and it made you feel like that community spirit was coming to now, and it'll be something we'll tell our grandchildren about.
Dwi jyst yn dweud diolch yn fawr iawn, oherwydd oedd o jyst yn brofiad na i byth anghofio, a dwi wedi cyfarfod llawer o bobl a na i byth anghofio nhw na'r Mabinogi hyn, so diolch.